Hi everyone. So today I'm going to continue with some of the flowers in our garden, and the one that I really wanted to do was this Dianthus. Um, so let me just give it a shot. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out, but try we must. Starting off, we will begin with the pink directly. Now there are two shades over here. I'm going to use the Camlin set, and this would be the crimson shade I used from the Camlin set. Camlin has got some very lovely colors, and largely what you're going to see me use is the crimson and this I think this is emerald green. That's right, emerald green. So it seems to match what I want as far as the picture is concerned. The colors on the photo are concerned. Okay, so what I will do to get the light shade is I will use a watered down version of crimson. Right, so let's try. It's like a pencil shaving. At this point, I'm not really separating the leaves, the petals. I will just keep making this line. The separation will come in when I put in the darker shade. It's a little later. Okay, that's the base. Go on to emerald green. Again, a watery wash-like version of emerald green. So off onto other leaves. So there's one here. Then there's one here. This is going to be really tricky. Right now all the leaves might be looking, they are looking rather plain. The lovely part, the thing about watercolor is that it's the layers that make all the difference. So initially you're just going to see these shapes that look like what children draw, shapes and solid colors, and that's it. But it evolves, and seeing it come alive with every layer of color is what's most satisfying. Alright, so we have a leaf here that's rather oddly shaped and placed, and I'm going to just I'm coloring it quick because these outlines I draw tend to dry fast, particularly because the color is light. But now I'm going to go in a little deeper shape because it's a deeper color. There's a leaf here, right here. Slightly darker. I'm not sure if you can notice it. So it's one more leaf at this point. Okay, so you have one more leaf I can put in here before get on to one more flower. There you go. Okay, so you can't really make out what's happening. It's a whole lot of leaves. I need to put in one here. for a connection, I'm going to put in a leaf here too. Alright, so enough leaves? Yep, I think so. Let's go back to that little pink. Only reason I have this coming in here is because I'm going to show a leaf. That's all you can see of the a petal. That's all you can see of this Dianthus here. Okay. Coming back to our first flower in a deeper shade. So this is where I'm going to demarcate. Okay, so here's my first petal. Alright, and then you have the second petal. So we leave a little sliver of white, light pink, a little bit, and you get onto this part. And uneven lengths, that's important. And same thing here. So now we've got this and then you have this particular leaf petal here. So here comes in, okay, so rather long petal, followed by one here, okay, so we need a sliver here. Okay, before this dries, I'm going to go in with a little bit of I would call it maroon, but this is already crimson. So crimson with a little black. Let's put it that way. And one dot goes in here. Just a dot. The paint is a little wet. Back to the dark pink. Our next petals here. And one here. So note that I'm leaving these gaps to indicate the beginning and the end of petals. Go back to black and let's tap in a little black here. Yeah, okay. So once that's done, the next step would be to try now get a deeper shade of crimson at the bottom. And then right at the middle is your green, which comes in like a dot of green. Same emerald green, but as little water as possible, because otherwise you're going to have a spread. Yeah. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit of pink, but only, probably not this brush. I'm going to use this, what is this called? It's a liner or script brush, or what is it called? A rigger brush. Yeah, that's the word. A rigger brush. Rigger brush does these fine things that really, I mean, it brings in all the effect, and I love what the rigger brush brings to the painting, really. Okay, now that that's done, let's get on to the leaves that were here. We have a few leaves to add because this isn't looking really complete. So I'm going to go back and put in a few more leaves which are still considered the first layer. So one would be, so here's your stem of the second, what I say, second shoot. Okay, so this is one and that's the other, and I'm trying to connect the two. Right now it's kind of dangling in air, not connected, disjoint, and I want to just fix that. So there's one, and there's more here. It's another leaf. And then one on the side to fill the space, and that's going to be, let's see, yeah, that looks like. A little wedge of a leaf here, and that gives me space for the last one, which is a leaf sticking out here. Okay, so I think that's the last leaf. I needed something to balance it out. There you go. Yep, that looks better. Okay, now that all that is in, I'm tempted to add one more here because I'll tell you why. Because then it looks neater. Looks like there's a gap here. Right? So this leaf kind of goes below the one here, and okay, jumps out here. And this one's going to be a little darker because it has to stand out. And so I'm going to do this. Alright, this is tricky. This is really tricky because shape of this leaf really can't change. Yeah, that's it. Alright, now for the leaves that have dried, earlier leaves that is, I'm going to put one here. And this is shading. So this is the part that's going to add some value. The shading. The darker parts that make all the difference. These are as wonderful as the actual flowers. This one is just dark. In fact, it's a lot darker, deeper. Let me see if I can make it deeper. Yes, I can. Yes. That's it. Dark. Deeper shade. I'm going to start this light over here. And this is going to go deeper here. I want a dark shade here, but I can't leave it that way. So I will simply wet my brush and blur this part out. Similarly, I'm going to darken this part a little more because again, there's a bit of shadow play here. And then you have this. So it's nice to have that vein in between stand out. Becomes very it's quite nice. Okay, now we have the leaf here, which is actually quite dark. It's sitting under the rest of the leaves, and so it's actually quite dark. Okay, and this part too. Dab off the excess and blend. But this one I'm going to get darker. Okay, so what is missing? Something is missing. Yep, there's no connection above. So let's do an extra leaf here, because then it makes sense that there is something there. Yeah. Okay, so moving down to these leaves here, what's happening here? Let's give this one a little bit of darkness so it stands out. This one too can be dark, and for that I will take a little bit of that darker green and bring in here color here. That is done. Now here we have, what do we have here? So there's a leaf going out. Yes, this leaf here also has a shape, and we can't see that shape too well because it's actually darker. That's one, and the other is that you have to bring out the lightness in the leaf above. Which is right here. Another round over here. Alright, Dianthus is coming alive, but we have this part of the flower to still bring out. A little deeper shade here. And one here too. So let's bring that color in here. Never worry. You can always pick up colors, pick them off with your brush. If you clean up your brush, you can actually pick up colors that may have spread too much. Alright, here's another. Here's another. Brush off and blow. Similarly, there's a leaf here that needs a little color. So this one's a little turned, okay, which means there's some shadow falling out here. This blowing kind of easy. This one almost has lines, you know, these sort of lines. And this one is going to have to put in some color like this. And then I drop in a little bit more just to bring out the depth. This one's going to be dark, pretty much dark. Just going to give it a slight highlight. What else? Alright, this one needs a little bit. Okay, going back to deepen a few colors here. So like I said, this is earlier, light colors lighten in time, and then you may want to touch up something afterwards. It's often the case. Alright, you see that now? It is, that leaf is kind of showing. This leaf needs a little bit of alright. That little flower sitting there alone needs a little touch of color. We're going to have to put in some deeper shades here. And that's all you can see of it. That's it, yeah. That's all the dark. Alright, so that's our Dianthus. I'm going to write the name of this plant. Maybe a little blackish tinge. Yeah, that would make it better. Like a shading. Yeah, that's it. That's our Dianthus. The few small things. So I feel could put in a wee bit of color here. So this is a shadow. Okay. The leaf, kind of the leaf casting a shadow on. This is where you can probably extend the shadow purposely into the pink part of the leaf to show the joints. Yeah. Light is falling on this side, so I don't need to worry about doing that here. Anything else? Yeah, that's it, I think. I can deepen this shade here a little bit. Now it is, you can touch up so many things. This one. Somehow I'm not getting the effect of a darker leaf. And I think the entire leaf needs to become a little dark. Right. Thing about touching up is that you feel like doing it constantly. And we always want to match the reference image. Such a compelling desire to match what the reference is showing us, and how we can get it. We can almost get it just right. The innate desire to create exactly as we see. It's not always required. All right, I'm going to say stop right here. I hope you enjoyed watching this. This one definitely makes a pretty flower. Thanks everyone. I hope you watch this when you have some time. You'll find it among my IGTV videos. Yeah. All right. See you. Bye.